Okay, friends. So we're talking about our K3. We should be able to. We're talking about our standard covers, identifying the characters, the setting, and the major events in a story with prompting and support. When we identify something, we're able to recognize, point it out, or say what we know. Okay? The characters in the story. Who might be a character in the story? Raise your hand and tell me, Alea. Who could be a character in the story? The monsters could be a character. Who else can be a character? Sophia.
The people.
The people. And one more. Who else could be a character? Deshaun. The animals. Okay? The animals. Okay? So the characters in the story could be the people, the animals, and the monsters in the bottom. Okay? The setting of the story. The setting of the story is where the story takes place. Okay? Where the story takes place. Okay? So a story can take place at school. It can take place in our cafeteria. It can take place at your house. Okay? It can take place anywhere. Isabella, can you come sit over here so you can see the board? Okay? So, the setting of the story is where the story takes place. The major events in a story. What are some of the major events? We know the major events in a story could be at the beginning of the story. Okay, it's an important detail that happens at the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, or the end of the story. Okay, so we got to pay attention what the major events are. Okay, in the story, because they give us details about what's happening in the story. Okay. With prompting and support means you're able to do all these things with help from teachers and your friends. We can help you to identify these things. Okay. So guys, our vocabulary in our story today, because we're going to be reading the Billy Goat Gruff. Okay. So a goat could be an animal with horns and a beard. This is what a goat looks like. Okay? A bridge is one of our vocabulary words. A bridge is something to walk across over the water. The grass is green plants on the ground. A troll. A troll is a mean character under the bridge. Okay? Because these are some of our vocabulary words that we're going to be using in the story, so you'll know what they mean. The river. A river is moving water under the bridge. Horns. Horns are hoovers. They're hard, pointy parts on a goat's head. Okay? And hoovers are the hard feet of a goat or a horse. It's that hard part of their feet. That's what we call a hoovers. Okay? So, our story today is called The Three Billy Goat Gruff. Okay? And this is what we call the title of our book. Okay? The author is by Stephen Carpenter. He's the author. Okay? This book is a fairy tale. A fairy tale is a make-believe story. The characters are not real in the story. Okay? In the story, there are goats, a troll. Goats are the real animals. Okay? Trolls are not. Okay? Trolls are not real. They are pretend. And fairy tales are fun stories that we tell. Okay? So it's just like a make-believe story. It's not real. Okay? So I'm going to start reading, guys. So please listen to our story, okay? The Three Billy Goat Gruff. Once upon a time, there were three Billy Goats named Gruff. They loved to go to the hillside on the other side of the bridge to eat and to make themselves fat. This is the mama goat, this is the kid goat, and this is the daddy goat. Okay, so we have the dad, the mom, and the kid goat. The only problem was under the bridge lived a troll. He did not like it at all. When the Billy Goat Gruffs trampled, they trip and trample over his bridge. He did not like them to come over his bridge. And this is what the troll looks like in our story. Remember, we said the troll was like a mean character? Okay? This is the kid. One morning, the youngest Billy Goat Gruff was so hungry, he decided to cross the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap. Who's that tripping over my bridge? Growled the troll. It is I, the smallest Billy Goat, said the Billy Goat kid. I'm going to the hillside to make myself fat. Okay? So what did the baby Billy Goat want to do? He wanted to make himself, he wanted to eat and to make himself fat. Good job, good job. I'm going to gobble you up, roared the troll. Oh, don't eat me. I'm too small. Wait for the next Billy Goat Gruff. She's much bigger than me. So the troll decided to wait. Okay, let's see what's coming up next. Who do you think that is?
Mama.
Mama. A few minutes later, the second Billy Goat Gruff came along. Trip, trap, trip, trap. Who's that trumping over my bridge? Shouted the troll. It is I, the Mama Billy Goat Gruff. What did the Mama Billy Goat Gruff wanted to do?
To be fat.
She wanted to go eat to make herself fat too. I'm going to eat you up, said the troll, he yelled. Oh no, don't do that. Wait for the third Billy Goat Gruff. He's much bigger than me, said the Mama Billy Goat Gruff. So the troll waited. Who do you think is going to come next?
The dad.
See if you're right. Finally, the third Billy Goat Gruff came along. Trip, trap, trip, trap. Who's that trumping over my bridge? Shouted that troll.
Daddy.
It is I, the third Billy Goat Gruff, said the daddy Billy Goat Gruff. I'm going to gobble you up, shouted the troll. Well, come along then, replied the brave Billy Goat Gruff. So what do you think happened here?
He fired.
You think you got him?
Yeah.
Let's see what happened. The troll leaped on top of the bridge, but the third Billy Goat Gruff used his large horns. Remember I said the large horns is something hard?
Yeah.
And it goes on their head and it's pointy. Okay? He fell over the bridge and flew through the air on his way down. So how did the Billy Goat Gruff get the troll down? He used his horn. He used his horns to get him down. The third found himself floating along under the troll. The troll found himself floating along under the bridge and never bothered the three Billy Goat Gruffs again. The three Billy Goat Gruffs, they ate and they ate until they were nice and fat, and they lived happily ever after. So who was one of the characters in this story, guys? Was it the prince? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Was it the prince? Was it a bear? Was it a snowman? Or was it the dad Billy Goat? Let's see. RBL, who was one of the characters?
The goat.
Which one?
The dad.
The dad goat, right? Does it move? The dad Billy Goat. Okay? Now, who was one of the characters here? We identified the dad. Who was another character in the story? Shh, let me see. You got to be on your bottom. Was it the mom, the Goldilocks, the Mad Hatter, or the Mama Bear? Who was one of the characters here, Armando?
The mama.
The mom, Billy Goat Gruff. Good job. And who was one of the characters here? Who was the character here? Wait, was it the baby bear, the woodsman, the kid, or the fairy tale? Let's see, Ella. I'm looking for someone that's on the bottom.
The baby goat.
The baby, the kid goat. Good job, guys. And here, who was the character in this story? Was it the, shh, wait, your hands gotta need to be up. Was it the troll, the wolf, the granny, or the grasshopper? Who was one? The wolf. It was it was a wolf?
No.
Who can help?
The troll.
The troll. It was the troll, not the wolf, but it was the troll. Okay? So what happened at the very beginning? Because remember we're talking about identifying the characters, the settings, and the major events in the story. So we talked about the characters in the story, okay? So who can tell me